Sorry. I had this fucking computer for 2 years. Shit. That's Unreal Engine? I didn't know that.
I'm relieved you set UNIAC to the Order personality. It's gotta be better at figuring out Rift data than the one for writing jingles or...
He's annoying. Oh, that's the
Your pet, I suspect I should be annoyed, yet I find myself I've been in. Something over here. Let's take him out. Let's take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Huh. Oh, maybe not.
I'm back. I'm the one you need to worry about.
First, there's nothing over here. And we have a blew up Fairfield on accident. Still haunts me till this day.
This whole capitalism thing. Hello. You must be a new. Here to do some fishing? Co-worker. No.
This unit is currently unavailable for seamless interaction.
I don't think you can go over there. Oh shit. Nothing over there anyways. Let's see. You doing, Lou? You okay? Fuck these guys.
To battle! Shall not stay! Let me know when you get strength. Hey!
shall reduce them to a slaughter. Ready to wait on your command.
This is the one where I was like, get my ass beat when I first came here.
Place is in shambles. What happened here?
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Yes, tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters? Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate, no matter if you are Cape Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, we'll need 2 things. Fresh samples of the... After that, an antidote should be possible and...
Typical Auntie's Choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
Let's see.
My most favorite, least homicidal, so absolutely gorgeous. Now, first things first. Place the... Insert that data cartridge for. Haha. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball. Perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Well, it's a textbook example, none of the previous. Honestly, this whole process. Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device, and it will begin a work. I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though, in the end, this should turn out to be quite a loop. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Good, good. Place the antidote in when backup arrives and releases me. I'll run a tally of all. You can be sure that management and I will see it's put to good use. I made one. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain. Short. Marvelous. You'll find your I'll be seeing you.
The biological samples within the remains outside are no doubt deteriorating rapidly.
Get that done. I think I tried to go over here, but I couldn't.
Look there. The results of absent tenders. Let's make sure the beasts that caused this do not do the same to us.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him. All in the hand, I'm at. Ready to defend justice.
capacity at range is somewhat limited.
Your judgment has found you!
Unleash my might upon them!
Personal audio log, Sergeant Bornsworth. We've been deployed to deal with a new living weapon fielded by Auntie's forces. The previous squad was unprepared for this threat and was consequently torn asunder. Command's intel could never be so lacking as to allow this to occur. So why? They were lulling Auntie's choice into a false sense of security before launching counteroffensive teams. This will undoubtedly save far more lives than it cost. Another stroke of genius from Command. Praise the matriarch. Sergeant Bornsworth, signing off.
Authority of the thumb! Hey, I'm the one you need to worry about.
Personal audio log, Sergeant Bornsworth. We've been deployed to deal with a new living weapon fielded by Auntie's forces. The previous squad was unprepared for this threat and was consequently torn asunder. Command's intel could never be so lacking as to allow this to occur. So why? They were lulling Auntie's choice into a false sense of security before launching counteroffensive teams.
I heard that one. I hear it again.
Greetings. Something new to report? Ah, well, then here are your rewards. Return with...
Nah.
I just have to ask, what makes you think you're judge, jurist, and executioner?
Think does not come into it. I know that my will is just. The sovereign architect ordained is right in all things. I act as an extension of himself. Fancy the
Council thinks of himself in much the same way. Minus the sovereign bit, of course. Sounds to me like you lot just make up the rules as you go.
At least my actions are ordained. On whose authority does the Earth Directorate act? Humanities? Do you not aid the citizens of Arcadia
Oh shit, I'm wrong.
against their will?
Bet you even thought that retort clever. What we offer is actual help, not just control dressed up as order. That's the difference.
Let's go up. There's like nothing here. There's not a lag over here. Or they hate us. unlocked. Pretty much it. Where do I need to go? I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Lulu. All right, let's see.
Silent as a tomb. I hope we aren't too late. If Virgil's not about, he's like to be in the training grounds. There's a lift that will take us slowly, located behind the door next to those stairs.
The relief to see a friendly face. Please come on.
Virgil! Oh, thank the architect I found you intact. We visited the Supreme Arbiter's office in Central Control and found something impossible.
Impossible? Why is it impossible? So that you may claim ignorance as to the truth of what you've uncovered? Fine. If you're still so thick-skulled, Tristan, then I can see I've no choice but to confess. Hold. Do you hear movement?
Attention, Arbiter Virgil Montag. Under the jurisdiction of the Council, we stand to bring you low. Do not resist.
Damnation! I knew the Sentinels were looking for me, but I did not expect they would come to this place. We have no choice but to fight. I can operate our turrets from this location, but you must engage the Sentinels head-on to prevent our being overwhelmed. Go now!
Arbiter Montag, lay down your arms. Surrender and die.
Lethal measures are ready, Commander. Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Those fools were but an expeditionary force. I've no doubt the bulk of their number remains on the surface. I shall take an alternate path to prepare a surprise for our would-be assailants. Then I shall flank them as you engage them.
Hold. You were beginning to say something before we were ambushed. I would care to hear it.
We cannot have this conversation until we are safe. Engage those on the surface and I shall join you. Go now.
Oops. Oopsie daisy. What's the surface?
Virgil, enough! Our being at odds with the Council is one thing, but that was a small army! What have you done?
You already know whether you're willing to admit it or not. Do you sincerely have a need for me to spell it out before you'll face the truth? Very well then. Tristan, you stand before the murderer of the Supreme Arbiter.
I don't believe this. The Council must have captured you and sent you to mental refreshment. It's the only...
Open your eyes, Rao. Those Sentinels were here with due cause. The elimination of a murderer. The Supreme Arbiter was planning to send a message in her final moments, pledging allegiance to the Council. Who do you think bore witness to those final moments? I did what I thought.
No.
I had to. I knew that if you learned what had transpired, why I did what I did, it would destroy you.
Would it? Or were you just trying to save yourself from my wrath?
With the demands this war has made on us all, I'd not seen our mentor for some time. Unfortunately, it was. I overheard her decision to align herself with the Council before she realized I was there. This admission...
But there was a choice. Why didn't you come to me?
Because I didn't want you to know. I never wanted you to learn the truth because I feared you'd lose your faith. No. Sentinel Peralt's remarks were the first I'd heard of any. I feared what you might learn there, so I scrambled to find an agent who might locate the room before you. Obviously, he did not succeed. I was pleased to learn that my decision did not result in his death, at the very least. That is news to me. A junior arbiter judging Tristan. I can't imagine.
Killing one of Arcadia's future arbiters over a singular breach of rank would have been most tragic. But this is not the matter we're here to discuss. No. I can, if the situation was truly as he claims, understand his initial decision. Perhaps I even sympathize. But playing false with me, that's another matter entirely. And the matter of justice remains. You're right. You're right. I can't let emotion get the better of me. I find myself torn. Though I still believe wholeheartedly in protectorate law, you and I have certainly encountered. You taught me to judge based on merits. Together we spared some and executed others. But what I have learned with you shall be most difficult. Virgil is my sworn brother, and he acted under duress. But killing the Supreme Arbiter is unforgivable. That's not what would have happened. If Virgil had accelerated the matter to high...
How would the Consul have reacted to an official accusation of treason by an inferior, no less?
But the Supreme Arbiter herself taught us exactly that. That evidence proves the crime. Surely she wouldn't have been so...
People change when faced with their own death. I would expect you'd learned that by now.
Except that Arbiter's problem was one of intent, not action. I do see some semblance, however. But even if that is the case, there is no room for interpretation here. Sparing Virgil would directly reject all I've been taught to uphold. No. No. What we have discussed has emphatically not convinced me. I cannot reject what I have been taught. Virgil must be punished.
Reckon it's too late for the intervention?
This won't bring you peace, my...
Those will be the... Coming up with some food. No lawbreakers about. What's this? What's... Prepare for absolute...
Guns cocked and loaded. If it's the combat, you lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
There. Justice is served. I did what had to be done. I did. Yes. I need some time.
Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it. Sure. If it ain't my favorite commander, just sure.
Huh, I'm surprised I don't have nothing.
Blast! I was halfway through my backwards recitation of each protectorate law. Good that repetition strengthens the mind. Speak freely.
What?
Let me know when you need it.
That's weird.
Commander, I've had some time to I still find myself thinking about Virgil. I find myself torn. Virgil was my friend and my sworn brother. But slaying him needed to be done. Yet I remain unsure how to proceed. Now that my investigation has concluded, I think I must serve the Protectorate more thoroughly than before. I cannot be merciful or weak. The Protectorate has let traitors fester in its midst for too long. I shall be the ready hand of this new society. Any who wrong the Protectorate shall be granted no quarter. This I decree from this moment forward. Allowing criminals to flourish, Arcadia shall no longer be host. Together, you and I shall rid our...
See what happens. He's about to meet. What you doing? What do you want, Lulu? What you want, Lulu? Alrighty then.
Where'd you learn how to weld?
Your allotted time to earn earning has already
Getting enough emulsifiers in your dining.
So loud over here.
Pleasure not doing business with you.
Maybe focus on self-bettering yourself. Stay in line or
These raps are due for eating. What? Hey, you haven't seen any loose raptidons running around, have you? Unbelievable. Last time I got stuck with the blame for someone else's ineptitude, I got demoted 2 full ranks. You wouldn't happen to be someone well-versed in weapons, explosives, and/or advanced hand-to-hand fighting, would you? And, you know, work cheap? Oh, good. Someone competent and undemanding. If the Raps aren't here, they've got to be on the creature combat conditioning deck. Unbound and undoubtedly pugnacious. This here card will give you access to the elevator at market compliance. That, in turn, is behind the value-added esplanade next to the entrance to head office tower. See any Raps?
We're pest trackers for the corporatists now? Do managers not count as pests as well?
At this or anytime.
Stop complaining, dude. Shit.
Came here because I heard Auntie's Choice was contracting. You heard about the job? Not.
Please have identification, transfer work, and you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs. Well, you're in luck. Auntie's Choice is hiring outside contractors, and an Earth Directorate agent should fit the bill nicely. Well, still need to check your record, I'm afraid. Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're the questionable sort who we do business with, but but you're definitely not our best friend. You should probably consider accepting our special. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia. Splendid. Enjoy your time on the ACS from there. Make your way.
Let me see.
You want freedom of choice?
Let me save it right here. I don't know why I can't find like assault. Oh, here you go.
Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it. Sure. Oh.
These raps are due for eating. Hey, you haven't seen any loose raptidons run? You wouldn't happen to be someone well versed up this. See any?
Probably for the best we put these raps down before they come across any unsuspecting marketeers. Really good.
go on ahead. I'm shilly-shallying about what to do. Came here because I heard Auntie's Choice's contract.
Please have. You're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice. What? Here, all it requires is allowing us to affix an Aunt's Enjoyer from there.
Heard you're in league with Sub Rosa.
This area is for client intake specialists. I admire it.
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location for a minimal price. Like who? Or whom? Or such as? Our illustrious CEO does work. There's no need details on anybody else. Any questions? Like what? Ask away. Definite. You're not anything else you need to know about this place. A potential outside contractor. Well, for what?
Take whatever business you're running elsewhere.
I was just watching them. Between the Easy Heel loafers and the Zero-G ACS, undisputed claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments.
Do Auntie's Choice operatives develop an immunity to cacophonies such as this? Or are they simply fond of constant mild?
Allegory and thrill-seeking adventurers, and help bring Auntie Cleo's astonishing new conglomerate, Auntie's
Yeah, you dropped something. Word to the wise. Mind your personal effect. Plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all you're worth. You're lucky I found this, thing you dropped.
family. Your purchases drive our perpetual growth and fund the
Purpleberry product samples! Purpleberry product samples!
Our nutritious tobacco line.
Please remember, commercial
know the difference between cover and concealment, then you need a good set of armor before someone Them wraps all taken care of yet? All good news to me, friend. Here's the unagreed...
I'll be right back. I use the bathroom.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's Choice. Attention any and all getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his unnamed and clearly unimportant position within experimental operations. Welcome to your new role as Site Sanitation Manager, Doc. Next, we have Reginald Oswald in Proprietary Insight Acquisition, demoted for playing confidential logs in a paid public toilet. Not what I mean when I encourage working on the go. Perhaps a strategic step backward to Document Index Manager will refresh your info security fundamentals, Reggie. Congrats! You're now a file clerk. Clerk those files.
Click the file.
Is Elise Rickshaw in product development. Remember, Elise, when you told colleagues over drinks at the bottom runger that I was, quote, long in the tooth and short on ideas? Then you agonized. But your comment might get back to me.
Stay in line, or I'll knock you to the
If you're not a go-getter, then go away.
What do you think some of this discussion?
Attention, morally gray outsider. The adventure of your lifetime awaits. Hello, daring self-determinist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. As in IDA, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. IDAs help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results. Please don't interrupt or I'll lose my place. So, daring rapscallion, you are making a choice to grab destiny and make it your own. A choice to be Auntie's Choice. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are... And remember, Auntie...
Wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice. We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
Wonderful! This is the kind of wily adventure and self-determinism you will absolutely not Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our...
If I understand correctly, they're having, something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
They expressed, and I...
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right...
Marvelous! Knew you could. Though do use caution. We don't know what sort of virus or brainwashing might have infected their mind.
They survive just fine. Think of the shareholders. Give in to one worker demand and they'll just demand more. Stim breaks, naps, one full day off every month. Where does it...
Dear law, what a bunch of devious,
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work. Whatever it takes. Negotiate. As in...
No, Ursula, it won't. Because we won't... That is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You'll solve the problem for us, and we will retain absolute deniability. Wonderful. You'll go to pray.
I have zero...
I am prepared to speak freely.
If it ain't my favorite commander, just stopping by, sure.
Let's see. Trying to get level 30, man. There's enough content here. I don't know why people like rag on this game. Let's see, where was that?
Welcome, fellow disgruntled worker. Can't say I recognize you. You come from a different plant to support our cause? We're causing trouble. We just found out that we're basically slave labor. And now we're learning to stand up for ourselves. We need the proletariat to yield to, worker subjugation by xenophobic proxy? No, that ain't right. But it's something that sounds super fancy when Will explains it. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer, I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor. That's right, folks! Keep the chanting going!
No more bottles on factory floor!
Not doing business with you. Wish I was back on the cream right now. Being on this.
If you won't let us sleep for eggs, you can't charge us for stimulates!
Reeks of corporatist in here. Or perhaps a sprat has perished elsewhere in the vents.
Sorry, ain't ready yet.
A week! Can't believe what I'm losing on adrenatime and antiphysos numrom. Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Unsophisticated, impertinent, dim-witted. You'll fit right in with my peons. So, maybe it'll make sense to you when they babble about basic. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face great. Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limited station within the meritocracy that Auntie has derived for us. Why? Can you imagine suffering under the yoke of a sovereign's rule? Or floundering at the ridiculous direction of those claiming to know the future by way of math? No. Only within Auntie's Choice can these drudges achieve genuine prominence. If they exhibit excessive dedication, they may. You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this. And when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer? Dumbly? Dunbar. It's Dunbar. If I'm honest, my gaze is pure. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons. Their value is in providing their minuscule, and by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished. I believe he has. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Best of luck to you. Do us proud.
Heads up! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for a treat at a time! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
Keep the chanting going!
So,
I can see the
let's
other
assume
side.
peace and we won't
So
have
we're
a problem.
definitely making her miserable!
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans! With no rest and no doubt, no more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
Whatever it is you're after, go looking for it somewhere else.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Then what in law's name are you doing here? Well, that certainly is unexpected. And potentially wonderful. Assuming, of course, you can actually help us. And he's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor, labor. Remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that. We need better hours, free stims, and the ability to relieve ourselves whenever we want.
They work 20-hour shifts. which requires stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't
That's his
imagine how
choice.
hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these...
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous
Right, that. Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. Thank you for...
If you will let us sleep for 8, you can't judge us for stimulus!
Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office. And we're definitely making her miserable.
Others get the exact same pay! We're only
Welcome back, Amelia. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8 hour, 12 hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. Well, it's true that data shows higher worker productivity on sleep than on that would... All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is... Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy. I suppose you have a point. It wouldn't be egregious to approve some man. Is there more, they ask? They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans. You can't imagine. What more do they want? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just
again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason? Well, what's next? She willing to see reason? What's next? Excellent. What progress have you made? That must have been... And if that's all we've been offered, I'm sorry to say, it's just not enough to get us back to the plant. You've got to get that damnable overseer to give us something meaningful. Thank you, friend.
I wouldn't count on it. Once an Auntie's cutthroat, always an Auntie's cutthroat. The last thing that Raptidon and Chiffon wants is free thinkers. You should consider my offer.
That's not really your concern. Leo has been nice enough to help us find our value here, and the rest doesn't matter. Just...
Right. I'm just here to...
That could have gone better. Any other ideas?
Killer.
Hello again, Ameliorator. What news do you have? My, how very offensive and in violation of everything Auntie and I hold dear. I'm very disappointed in you, Ameliorator. I hope you have a more compelling argument than before. Or it might not even be such a tragic turn if their leader... Dunsimer? If Dunsimer was made an example of, the others might decide the turn. But remember, I need the line operators alive, and...
Oh, fuck.
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
Hello again. Have you had any more luck in getting the Overseer to see reason? It's like negotiating with a bulkhead. If a more reasonable manager was there, I've no doubt we'd already be back on the line. You would do that? If you eliminate the Overseer from our post, I'll get these folks back.
Hello again, Ameliorator. What news do you have? Again? I thought we'd been over this. Do you have some softened? Have you...
Dispense judgment! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulating!
Everyone's talking. Seems like there's been a shakeup in our leadership. Then we'll get...
Alrighty then. Those things.
As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very...
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went. Oh, you're looking for a performance review? Well, that's easy. You stopped the stoppage, completed your work. Our employees are back in the factory.
You were a little more murdery than we normally like to see, but results are results, and you got the job done. Besides, you can't hurl a bottle of Fizzos on the claim without hitting a low-level manager. She's easily replaced.
Your instincts are every bit as good as we were expecting. Keep up that kind of go-getting, and you'll absolutely be going places.
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Auntie's Choice to the rest of the galaxy and establish the foothold of our pending monopoly. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy, perfectly timed, and flawlessly executed stratagems to create optimal market positioning.
Whole thing's a load of bunco. Calculatory claptrap from a bunch of overeducated know-nothings who are so smart they're stupid. Go ahead.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination.
Some oversized computronical doohickey. Mapping out key corporate strategery, just all as you please, based on what? Bunch of numbers. We're Auntie's Choice. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something you think about, it's something you feel. That is, convince someone to feel.
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack of... The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important? Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities. Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well. Well, got what we needed. sometimes a body.
Better in the ground than in our enemy's employ. Nice work.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology, and that will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They can barely even...
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? What else? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground. And so much for us explore... Oh, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Along with something extra for your effort. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations. Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with...
So your preliminary chores are complete? Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Terrible business. Never did discover who was to blame. Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Well, I appreciate the clarity, if not the lack of guile. For now, I suppose we'll remain uncomfortable bedfellow. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. Well now, time's wasting. Do you know the archive on Cloister, the moon-sized computronic contraption? If you're serious, you just became not only my favorite external contractor, but the favored external contractor of Auntie's choice.
Really? You, at this
What
very
was that
moment,
mean?
have the Calcaduceus
What was
on
that
your
mean?
person.
What was that? What was that? What do you think? Huh? You can change the light. Oh, you think. We'll see. Hi, Daddy. Hi, is he mommy? Is he mommy? Hi. Hi. My goodness, your eyes, Daddy. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. Ready? Oh. Eat. Give me heat.
Oh, yes, that'll do. Look at that. Nice, sturdy design. We should start selling these things.
Fine work, anyhow.
Archive again and...
We must eliminate all unauthorized use of our marks and labels, and ensure no other former rivals feel compelled to betray our merger. The retirement of their brand is wholly necessary.
They have their own ship. They have their own supplies. They could have run or just hid, and we'd never need cross paths again. Instead, they chose to cause trouble.
They signed their own death warrants the moment they crossed Ante. Just took a while for the bullet to get there. Because, you still need to actually fire it.
Either you can do it and further advance yourself in my esteem, or we'll hire someone else, and you can return to a life of unlucrative. These holdouts, I leave dealing with them entirely to your
We possess...
Our informant will meet you at the landing. See the... Because nature wants to kill you. Then our company has grown, evolved.
Hey, when Auntie said they were dispatching a troubleshooter to manage this Spacer's Choice issue, I set my expectations low. But you, impressive. If Auntie has faith in your grit, gumption, and general ability to go healed into outrageous odds, you are very welcome. So, I'm Luttrell, and in case you were inadequately memorandized, I'm the reason you're here. I foolishly got wrangled into this insanity, and you're my only way out of it. Well, the short version starts in a shit system called Tau Ceti. Being assigned there was abominable. Just utterly miserable. And what's worse, a literal career dead end. When the anti-merger began, a junior exec named Ray convinced us we could leverage the opportunity. We'd use Anti to get to Arcadia, then secretly establish Spacer's Choice. What could look better to the company than sneaking away from Anti and establishing our brand in a new system on our own initiative? The galaxy would be our Tartarus sauce. Right, just the killing. By my estimation, there are 3 people that need killing to make this all go away. Ray, his labor subjugationist Gray, and his adverse intermediary Lester. If they're gone, there'll be no true believer. It's my hope that Anti will then take the rest of us back in. But that's for them to negotiate. I'm getting mine and getting out. I have nothing brilliant to tell you. If you stay, Ray's office is at the end of the shaft, and he'll be surrounded by his anti-disgruntification troubleshooters. So, this is me. As soon as...
take care of him, Commander. No, no target. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Attention employees, this is William Gray. There's been some commotion at landing pad 3. Please be mindful of any trouble arising and report it to your supervisor.
But I'm not ready.
Your judgment has found
Ready to waste him.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
here! All the trigger finger still tight! Come at me!
Target distance on the... Death to the complicit! Taking punitive action.
Ready to take the heat over, Commander. Just
Ready
say
when
when.
you are. Ready when you are.
Alright.